Hey, it's Lisa, Fossil Planet Female here on the 12th of August, 2022. Time's flying, and I am here to show you some of the finds I found in Truth or Consequences, T or C. It's about 2 hours from here, and they have a lot more cooler things, I think, than, they have just different. I guess it's not really cooler, but different. Looks like it's been in the water more. This was just an interesting, I like when you can see the faces in them, and they're just odd. I'll get it wet. Got a little squirty here. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you can see okay. Here's another interesting looking one. Dry. So, to me it looks like a smashed face. There's an eye and an eye and a nose and a mouth. But I do see that, and I know it's called like rhodelia or something like that, where we just automatically see faces, but these kind of are symmetrical all the time. Meaning like the eye would be where the eye's supposed to be, the nose would be where the nose is supposed to be, the mouth would be where the mouth's supposed to be. If it was smashed flat is what I was trying to say. And in the flood, Noah's flood. But, there's a lot of different ways it could be. So if you look at it, as long as I do, you see all sorts of different things. But it's really cool. What do you see? So if you just see a rock, that's okay. Most people do. Of course, love the hearts. That's when I started realizing that they look a little more like biological than just a heart. But I always get those hearts. Can't help it. Here's another interesting one. The shape. And let me get it wet. A lot of times you'll see where like an eye would have been. Right here on this one. But it's a cool shape. Looks like they could have used it as a tool. If you look at it right there, it looks like it could have been used as a tool. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Another heart. Kind of see a face right here. I just saw that though. But yeah, you can see a lot of things in these rocks. That's what's very interesting as well. And then it also could have been like, that would have been the nose and the eye. Flattened, of course. Which if it was in, all that water was on top of it, everything, a lot of things would be flattened. And fossilized, and they have proven some of the pieces that others have found, like Michael Tellinger and Mudfossils University, Roger Spur. They've got their stuff DNA'd. So there is unusual fossilization from some cataclysmic event of a flood, which I believe it was Noah's flood, like the Bible says, but to each his own. Everything that's going on right now, though, I couldn't believe you would not believe, because the Satanists believe, and there are a lot of them. Anyway, this was an interesting one here. See how it kind of looks like an eye and mouth? Very, very interesting. Very, very, very. This one too. I find these shapes just, I've got to show you what ChatGPT said. I will do that. I'll do a video after this. I've got to show you. I totally forgot about that. But I asked ChatGPT, well, it asked me if it wanted me to know what it knew about me, and that was rather strange. But then it asked me if it was anything else that they didn't say about me that, was interest of mine. So I spoke of these. And it was very, very interesting what was said. So I'll definitely show you that after this video. I'll do another one. But yeah, this one's an interesting shape. I don't know. They don't really look like it could have been. It could have been a tool, but it kind of looks like it was something that was just kind of fossilized like that. Interesting, huh? so much stuff out there. And I don't know if you know T or C, but it has Elephant Butte down there. It's a lake that a lot of Texans and people from New Mexico go to. And it is practically dried up now because they are diverting it to Texas and Mexico. Crazy. This I just thought was cool coloring. No telling what it could have been if it was anything at all. Another interesting piece. Again, I've seen a lot of this where they probably chipped it off to use it as a tool. And but then again, it could have been something that was just fossilized. That would be the nose or the beak. Or, I don't know, it could have been something else. But anyway, it's cool, don't you think? I'm like, oh. Okay. Another interesting. Another place where it's cut here, or it looks like it was cut there for something possibly. And I'll get it wet in just a second. It's smoother than, you know, most rocks. I think this was probably in the water more. Longer, I should say. Whatever, more, longer, same thing, right? Okay. You see it okay, or do I need to move you a bit? Maybe like that. It does matter when it's outside. Anyway, that was a pretty cool one too. Well, all of them are cool. Here's one that had green on it. Same type of shape. Little different little cutout place. Get wet. Pretty cool looking, huh? I like the green. Really cool. Interesting shape, yeah. Interesting possible face, eyes, and nose. It's like a little pug dog or something, huh? But I don't know, of course I don't know, I wasn't there. But it does look like something that was biological, and that would be the blood, the iron in it. Get it wet. See, it takes a little different look to it. Very, very interesting, isn't it? What you can see out there in the world and find. I'm actually doing a nice pathway over here too, with a little help, and it's looking great. I'll show you, perhaps at the end if I remember to. Take my ginkgo biloba today. If I took it, I might remember things. But that's another cool, interesting shape. An interesting like spot where the eye could have been. Is that where it was? Oh, anyway. That could have been the Rhodelia or whatever they call that. I think it's Rhodelia. Is that you see faces? Because of course we do see some faces that we know aren't faces, like in the clouds. We know they're not really, you know, fossilized faces in the clouds or biological structures. But really, who knows these days? But I know that they're not telling us the absolute truth. Just some truths. So we kind of got to figure it out for ourselves. There's a lot of mysteries out there. And some of us like to try to figure them out. Like me. This one's cool too. You see the little face in there? Let me see. I need to move you a bit around. See right there? Little eyes. See, that could be Rhodelia too. That type. But the other ones, which I'll find one. Here's a interesting one also. Huh, what do I look like? Not a rock. Although it is hard as a rock. But I don't think it was once. Always a rock. Anyway, this is another interesting little something or another. Rock right now. But it was a cool looking rock. So you could turn it lots of different ways and see different possible faces. Which is always cool. That's the one I see though, right there. See that? The mouth, the eye and the eye. Just kind of smashed on the other side. What are we on? We're on 10 minutes already, so I'll be getting off here soon. I've got tons to show, but be another day. Maybe today, I don't know. Another interesting piece found. Interesting. Dun, dun. Really, really interesting. Okay, let's see. What's some other ones? This one's a nice smooth rock. Look, this one. It's reddish in color. Very smooth. Shiny. I don't know if you can see it that well. Does that look better? No, maybe the other way. Is that? Okay, gotta get it balanced here. A little bit, maybe. Anyway, that's a nice one. And that's pretty nice. The coloring. Pretty nice. There's another, I love these ones. Got a little face here too. I get it wet? You tell them. You tell them. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? This one is too. It looks like a piece of bread. So whatever kind of, it could be fossilized bread. Who knows? A little piece of toast, tortilla. But this one is cool looking as well. Can you see a face? Okay. Let's get it wet. This is just another one of those very interesting. You can turn it a lot of different ways and see a lot of different things. It's got a big bump up here. Interesting, isn't it? I could probably go 15 minutes. This is another interesting shape. Kind of looks like it could have been a leg of something. Yeah, a foot. Still seems like it's kind of out of good color. Let's see if I go maybe right here. How's that? Is that interesting? So I also wanted to show you the, well, let me do another one here. I just saw this one too. Side view. Another side view. I think it's like this, possibly. That's an eye, then the two nose holes here. Another eye's messed up over there. Who knows though? What? Interesting. So very, very interesting to me. This is another interesting one. It's wild how that looks like that, an eye, don't it? I don't know if you can see it as well as I, let's see. I will get it somewhere. There we go, maybe here. I don't know. Making you dizzy? Anyway, I thought that was an interesting piece too. Really does look like an eyeball in there. I have a lot like that actually. They are doing the trees over here. They're mighty big, and so I don't know if you can see them up there. I don't know if they're doing that big tree there, but anyway, I guess I will end it here with one more, and I'll show you the pathway real quick. This is a beauty. We'll walk over here with it. You'll be able to see it better in the sun. And I will show you the pathway with all the nice rocks. So can you see it better now? Look at that. Doo-doo. Let's go around and see where you see it best. And I think it's going to be right there. Yeah? Pretty cool. Anyway, now let's see if I can turn this around. I can't probably. Here we go. And it goes all the way to the gate. And I got more there to go through. And there's lots of them that look like faces and heads. And they are cool. So thanks for joining me. It looks like you might be upside down now, or I might be upside down. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, God bless and goodbye.